As the sun comes up over Pinnacle Bank Arena, we get ready for a day of state championship basketball on Nebraska Public Media. Nebraska Public Media Sports is proud to be the home of the NSAA State Championships. And today we have state boys basketball action from Pinnacle Bank Arena. And we begin the morning in Class D1 as it's a 1 versus 2 seed. Howells-Dodge, the Jaguars, trying to prevent Johnson Brock from the three-peat. Hey, good morning, everyone. Along with former Nebraska standout Andy Markowski, I'm Larry Putney. Great to have you with us as we get set for 6 state championship games today from here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. We begin with Howells-Dodge and Johnson Brock. As we said, Johnson Brock looking for the three-peat. Howells-Dodge hasn't been here in a while. Got a great outside shooter, though, in Nathan Tomchak.
Yeah, Tomchak, the 6'2 junior, very good perimeter shooter. In the semis had 14, very good bounce, had 7 rebounds and 5 assists. But he also has a little help. Andre Martin is kind of the inside to that outside. Andre had 19 and 14, so look for that inside-outside combination with Tomchak.
And on the other side, Johnson Brock, the Eagles rely on the twins, but especially Camden Dallinghouse.
Yeah, just a terrific career, as you mentioned, 3-time state finalist here, all-state, 6'3 senior, averaging 17 points, 4 rebounds. Unbelievable experience, great confidence, and look for him. He's very good from the free throw line, gets a lot of fouls, and that could be a big factor in the game this morning.
So this D1 game kicks us off, but we've got action-packed throughout the day with state championships. After this morning in the morning session, Ashland, Greenwood, Concordia. You see the Class A matchup, and then the afternoon session and the evening session features C2, B, and D2. All the action from PBA is coming your way on Nebraska Public Media.
Have you ever driven past these fields without knowing the story they hold? Grown with care and harvested with precision, Nebraska soybeans are where technology meets tradition. Today, soybeans are key ingredients in our food, our transportation, and products around our homes. And tomorrow, the possibilities are endless. So, the next time you pass these fields, remember the power packed into every pod.
Why is it important to fill out your FAFSA?
First off,
it's how you apply for federal,
state, and most college-based financial aid.
It's easier to fill out than you think.
Start college on the right track.
You don't have to pay for college on your own.
Education Quest is here to help.
For more information, go to educationquest.org.
Championship Saturday morning in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's the NSAA State Championship Boys Basketball games here on Nebraska Public Media. Good morning, everybody. Andy Kendi here inside Pinnacle Bank Arena, and we've got the first of 6 championship games to kick off the morning. We'll start in D1. We got a good one for you. Johnson Brock trying to three-peat in Class D1, taking on Howells-Dodge. Johnson Brock, the 1 seed, Howells-Dodge, the 2 seed. Johnson Brock making its 6th championship game appearance. They've never lost in the finals. They are 5-0. Howells-Dodge, meanwhile, they get to the finals for the first time since 2021 when they were the runner-up. They have won state championship where they won it back in 2013. It's Johnson Brock and Howells-Dodge. Time for pregame introductions. Here's Drew Denker.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Being performed this morning by Samantha Chaudier, Makaya Teeter, Brianna Cook, Jayla Fastneck, Maisie Fritz, Joshua Rude, Joe Adizi, and James Wiebelhaus from Cornerstone Christian High School under the direction of vocal music director Mark Lambert.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools, welcome to the 2025 NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships. Ready to join the University of Nebraska's starting lineup? Email admissions@nebraska.edu today to find out how the University of Nebraska can help you be your best. This morning's Class D1 championship matchup features the number 2 seed coming in with a record of 24-5, the Jaguars of Howells-Dodge. Matched up against the number 1 seed coming in with a record of 28-1, the Eagles of Johnson Brock. It is now time for the introduction of the players and the coaches. First, let's meet the non-starters for the Jaguars. Number 2, Chase Luther. Number 4, Isaac Meyer. Number 10, Cooper Kreichmeyer. Number 14, Ethan Prusha. Number 15, Noah Sofal. Number 23, Cole Byer. Number 24, Isaiah Sofal. Number 32, Cash Renz. And number 44, Briggs Ernst. And now here are the non-starters for Johnson Brock. Number 1, Justin Meyer. Number 2, Hayden Gravatt. Number 10, Tate Holly. Number 12, Quentin Behrens. Number 20, Grady Behrens. Number 25, Oliver Everett. Number 30, Deacon Burnett. Number 32, Robert Gravatt. And number 33, Gage Rasmussen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for the Howells-Dodge Jaguars. A 5'10" junior, number 1, Jane Meyer. A 6'2" junior, number 3, Nathan Tomchak. A 6'1" senior, number 12, Carson Hurd. A 6'3" junior, number 20, Andre Martin. And a 6'2" junior, number 22, Hunter Luther. The Jaguars are head coached by Kevin Janata. He's assisted by Casey Wisniewski, Brian Ruchek, and Jacob Tomchak. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for the Johnson Brock Eagles. A 6'4" senior, number 4, Austin Meyer. A 6'3" senior, number 5, Camden Dollinghouse. A 6'4" junior, number 11, Brody Kaler. A 6'3" senior, number 13, Kason Dollinghouse. And a 5'11" senior, number 15, Garrison Bowie. The Eagles are head coached by Lucas Dollinghouse. He's assisted by Ben Ideas and Seth Feakin. The officials for this morning's contest are Brady Woolman, Rob Hartman, and Kirby Wells. And the bench official is Jeremy Wynn. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's play state championship
Howells-Dodge.
basketball.
Take a look at map and brackets, and you'll see where Howells-Dodge is from, up there in northeast Nebraska. Johnson Brock with a quick trip to get here to Pinnacle Bank Arena. And how did they get here? Who do they beat to get here? Maybe the better way to put it. Here's the bracket. Johnson Brock knocked off Elmwood Murdoch and McCool Junction. And Howells-Dodge with wins over Dundee County Stratton and convincing win over Bancroft Rosalie to make the finals. So ready to go in our first state championship of the day, Class D1. Howells-Dodge has not won a state championship in more than a decade. They were the runner-up back in 2021. Back here for the first time since 2021 in the championship. The Eagles looking for a three-peat.
Johnson Brock opens in man-to-man defense.
Great dish down low, and you mentioned the inside-outside, and great lay-in there by Andre Martin.
Yeah, really nice, kind of an elevator set where Martin was able to kind of slip the screen, get the easy basket. Great start for Howells-Dodge. Howells-Dodge opens in man-to-man defense as well. Actually starting kind of a matchup 2-3 zone switching. Very soft. Keeping kind of Johnson Brock out of the paint.
Nice feed down low. Brody Kaler in the paint with the turnaround.
Nice efficient start for 9 a.m. Opening PBA games. Both teams good offensive possessions, good execution.
You know, these two teams, Andy, all week have been playing over at the Devaney Center, and now they get the big stage, and sometimes that can even, you know, cause some jitters early on. Have not seen that here. Johnson Brock, of course, has been here before. Martin with the rebound. Howells-Dodge now in transition. Here is Meyer with it.
Yeah, certainly as coaches, you're trying to balance out all the variables, and as you mentioned, one team being here before certainly helps some of that anxiety, but you still have to come and perform.
Got his own board, did Andre Martin, but could not finish. Dallinghouse, baseline shut off.
You see Howells-Dodge kind of in a 2-3 matchup. Looks a lot like man-to-man.
Camden Dallinghouse's shot is off. There's head coach Kevin Janata. 7th season as the head coach of Howells-Dodge. 136-53 his record. He was at Plainview prior to that. Drive by Luther, kicks it back up top. Off the screen, Carson Hurd, back the three-pointer.
Good job by Hurd. Kind of use a side ball screen, was able to stop behind it. Give himself an open three-point look.
Hurd, the only senior on this Howells-Dodge squad. Averages 7 a game. And 1 for 1 now from three-point range.
Yeah, one of the matchups I was looking at, Howells-Dodge, just giving up 38 points a game defensively. Pretty good numbers against a really good schedule.
There is Kaysen Dallinghouse with the three-pointer to answer.
Where you see the versatility of Johnson Brock, where they average 67 points a game with the Dallinghouse twins, really able to open the floor up from the three-point line. Both 1,000-point scorers.
Dane Meyer with it. Meyer off the dribble. Tomchak. Tomchak, feed inside to Martin. Martin goes up strong, not there. Rebound. Back up, and before the buzzer, Hunter Luther puts it in. Luther with 2.
Yeah, great job by Luther getting active on that backside for the offensive rebound, and then good patience, used a shot fake to lift his defender. Just got it off before the shot clock violation.
Dallinghouse drives in. Tipped away by Tom Chalk. Meyer drives baseline. It's shut off. Good pace here early. 3:45 to go. First period of this D1 championship. Martin again down low, but rebound to Dallinghouse. And the foul is called on Hunter Luther. 7-5 here early on the score in this D1 championship. Off the miss, the putback by Hunter Luther right before the shot clock. They've got the lead.
Life can move at a pretty fast pace here in Nebraska. From lights on to lights out, there's no stopping our work ethic. That's why at Nebraska Public Power District, we take pride in keeping you going. Pride in knowing that your power grid keeps electricity reliable and ready for that exact moment when you need it. We take on the challenges 24/7 because electricity is the lifeblood of your day, and powering your day is what motivates us to do our very best. NPPD, powering our state, empowering your life.
Our planet, it's hungry. Blessed with millions of acres in this great nation, our farmers work tirelessly to feed the planet through seasons of uncertainty and seasons of growth. It's a tough business to do alone. As owners of Central Valley Ag, it's together that we move forward. There's room at the table. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag.
Back here at PBA, perfect start to the 9 a.m. D1 championship. There you see Carson Hurd stopping behind the ball screen, knocking down that three-pointer. And then you see the senior Cam Dallinghouse getting his feet set, matching that three to tie the game at 5. Now 7-5 Howells-Dodge with 3:21 left in the first quarter.
So at the line will be Camden Dallinghouse. Camden, 1,000 points reached on the first day of this season. He's a 1,000-point scorer. Came into state needing 48 total points to hit the 1,500-point mark. And he's 64 points shy of the all-time scoring record held by Ty Hahn at Johnson Brock.
Yeah, just terrific career by Cameron Kaysen, and certainly Lucas, the father, has benefited by having two terrific guards for 3 years, All-State, trying to get their third straight state championship.
There you saw Lucas Dallinghouse. Three on the way for Kaysen is off. Rebound again by Hunter Luther. Luther, a big body down low for Howells-Dodge. Off the back iron.
A good look by Kumchak. Got his feet set. Just not able to knock it in.
Long three-pointer. Kaysen Dallinghouse with another three. He's got 6 points on 2 threes.
Yeah, you love the confidence. Had a good look 2 possessions ago. Saw the ball go in and out. Still had the confidence to take the next open shot, knocked it in.
Tipped away in the steal, now in transition. Here are the Eagles. Up a little strong, put back. And in for Austin Meyer, and a quick timeout taken by Kevin Janata. Johnson Brock in the middle of a 7-0 run. And led by Camden Dallinghouse and his 2 threes.
Yeah, Howells-Dodge just did not do a good job of locating at the top of that 2-3 matchup zone. Really open, confident stroke. And then Johnson Brock used their defense to create a transition opportunity to take the 12-7 lead.
Fans at Johnson Brock looking for a three-peat. They've won it each of the last 2 years. They've never lost. You heard Andy Kindy say it off the top. They've never lost in a state championship game all time. They are 5-0 and looking for 6 straight. Down low off glass. Good shot by Andre Martin.
A really nice set by Coach Janata. Kind of used a cross screen to get Andre Martin a post touch coming out of the timeout.
Take and the foul, and Dollinghouse with an opportunity to three-point play.
Basket's good. Jaguars foul. Number 22, that's his second personal foul.
Great job by Dollinghouse, able to split the backside of the 2-3 zone. Explosive finish, unable to finish the three-point play with the missed free throw. Looks for Howells-Dodge to continue to try to throw the ball on the block and play inside out.
Good ball movement, 3 on the way by Hurd. And Carson Hurd has his second three-pointer.
Kind of using Martin in that post to throw it in and then force help and then play out. And Hurd has capitalized with 2 threes.
Hey, how about Camden Dollinghouse? He knocks down a 3. Dollinghouse Twins with 9 points on 3 three-pointers.
And that's now 7 for Camden. Good job by Howells-Dodge pushing the long defensive rebound out in transition. Andre Martin was able to get fouled, get to the free throw line for the first time this morning.
Andre Martin at line, shooting 2.
Martin had 19 points and 14 rebounds in this semifinal win over Bancroft Rosalie.
Second one is good for Martin. Andre Martin with 5 early. Hurd leads Howells-Dodge with 6.
Howells-Dodge making a little bit of defense adjustment away from the 2-3 matchup and going to man-to-man here to finish the first quarter.
10 remaining in the quarter. Missed the 3. Luther has it tipped away. 1 second. Shot off at the buzzer. And 1 quarter in the books here in Class D1 from PBA. Score is 17-13. Knockdown 3 from Kaysen Dollinghouse. His Eagles with the advantage.
Nothing is more local than where you work and where you live. Here at CPI, we're more than just an ag cooperative. We're your partner in the field and in your local community. We strive to provide farmer-first customer service every day in our grain, agronomy, energy, and feed divisions. By investing in our communities, we're supporting our customers, employees, and the future of the ag industry right here in central Nebraska. CPI, making local matter.
Hi, I'm Tom Osborne, former football coach and co-founder of the Teammates Mentoring Program.
And I'm Des Moines Adams, Husker Blackshirt and CEO of Teammates Mentor.
We are recruiting Teammates mentors and need caring adults to be in the lives of our students.
Meeting with a student once a week can make a positive impact in their life and have a ripple effect in our communities.
Please join our team.
Go to teammates.org today.
Well, memories like these you want to save for a lifetime, and you can do that with a DVD of these state high school championships. To grab one, call 800-868-1868, or you can log on to our website at nebraskapublicmedia.org/sports 1995, plus shipping and handling, and you can relive these memories forever. Second quarter begins here in this D1 state championship. Johnson Brock with the 17-13 lead, and Dallinghouse with the drive right away, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Already in the early part of this D1 championship, you can see the versatility of the Dallinghouse brothers. Both were capable shooters. There you see Camden able to put the ball on the floor and get to the free throw line the second time. Now 3 of 4 now.
Camden with 8 points. He comes in to this game just 15 points shy of 1,500 in his career. Has 33 thus far in the tournament. 8 here in the first half of the championship game. 3 on the way. Once again, three-pointer. That's Chase Luther. Chase Luther, just a sophomore.
Yeah, really a great lift. Luther with the 3. Hurd got a couple threes, scoring from players for Howells-Dodge, which is so important as you're trying to defend a game against two-time state champion.
Good lay in there by Kaler. All-stater. He comes in 18 points shy of 1,000. Where those 3, the Dallinghouse twins and Kaler, have led the way for this team for 3 years. Here in their senior year, try to go back to back to back. Kaler again. 3 on the way by Dallinghouse. Got it! And Camden on fire here early. He's got 11 points on 4 of 6. Check that. 2 for 3 from range. Look at the long stat line.
Yeah, Johnson Brock's just doing a terrific job of moving the basketball. That possession went from one side to the other side to get Camden the open 3. You see Howells-Dodge's commitment to really throwing the ball inside, trying to work through Martin. You see the Johnson Brock possession, just ball reversal. And then Camden, such a quick release, didn't take him much time to get his feet set and let the 3 go.
Balhay tried to chase that one down, stepped on the sideline. It will stay with the Jaguars.
As well as Johnson Brock has shot at 4 of 8 from the 3 for 50%. Howells-Dodge is 3 of 5, so Howells-Dodge has been able to kind of answer, get some balanced scoring.
Tom Chalk, 3-pointer in and out. Rebound out to Dallinghouse.
That's the second really good look from Tom Chalk, just not able to see the ball go through.
Good shot there by Kaler, just in and out. And again, Bohe tries to save it near the sideline, just tips it in. And stepped on the line, it'll belong to the Jaguars.
And Howells-Dodge wants probably a little slower possession game, try to keep Johnson Brock out of transition. As I mentioned, really trying to play inside, outside. Here's another possession with a post touch. Just terrific ball movement outside of that original touch.
3-pointer again. Great ball movement, and Carson Hurd knocks it down.
Third of the game from Hurd. Really keeping Howells-Dodge in it. Cut the deficit from 7 to 4.
That 3 is off. Back to that three-pointer by Howells-Dodge, the third for Carson Hurd.
Yeah, you see Luther kind of slipped out of a elbow elevator look, was able to get a post touch, and then the ball went from one corner to the other corner for the open three. Just great offensive possession. Right now, I'm trying to find Hurd. You can tell he's really feeling it. 3 of 3 from the three-point line. See Grady Barron's doing a pretty good job of trying not to let Hurd find any space.
10 on the shot clock. Hurd thought about it. Here's Tom Chalk with 3 on the shot clock. That is off. Strong rebound pulled down by Austin Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer, the 6'4" senior, almost averaging 10 rebounds a game at 9.4. See just his strength and physicality on that rebound.
Dallinghouse kicks it out. Open look off the back of the rim, rebound to Dane Meyer. Kevin Giannata will take a timeout for Howells-Dodge. During the timeout, let's look at last year's state title game.
The 4th-ranked Johnson Brock Eagles faced off against the number 1 ranked North Platte St. Patrick's Irish. The Eagles utilized their underdog energy to limit the Irish offense to its lowest score of the season. With minutes on the clock and the Irish only down by 2 points, the Eagles sank 2 free throws. Nick Parrott capped off the game with a layup in the final seconds for a 46-40 win over the Irish.
Yeah, that was back-to-back for Johnson Brock, and now they're looking for 3 in a row. It's been a remarkable career, not only for the Dallinghouse twins, but also for Brody Kaler, their 3 leading scorers, each averaging over 12 a game. And you can see the history here in the playoffs. They have never lost in a state championship game. First time in school history this year, they won the Mudecas A Division championship. They did have, and there is Lucas, they did have at one point a 56 game winning streak this year that was ended by Freeman. They had beaten Freeman earlier in the year, and then Freeman knocked them off 54-48 to end that streak. But when you think about one loss in the last 60 games, it's been a remarkable 3-year run here for Johnson Brock. Good feed down low, strong bucket by Hunter Luther to pull to within 2.
Yeah, another nice timeout and a set by Coach Giannata. That time was able to get Luther open on the cross screen. Both timeouts utilized in the first half have led to Howells-Dodge baskets. Howells-Dodge has kind of moved back into this 2-3 matchup.
Three again, that time from Kaler. That is Kaler's first three-pointer. He's got 7 points. Dane Meyer with it, drives in. Down low to Martin, turn around to the paint. Taken away by Martin on the steal. And he's fouled. Foul by Grady Barons. And Martin will go to the line to shoot a couple.
Yeah, great effort by Martin there. You see he's able to shoot the passing lane. From an athletic forward. It's a good job of showing his ball handling ability, getting himself to the free throw line. Athletic, strong play.
You mentioned it off the top, but in the semifinals, what a performance by Martin. 19 points, 14 rebounds. Great inside presence for the Jaguars. Averages 11 a game.
Yeah, you can tell why both teams were the 1 and the 2 seed. Howells-Dodge has really nice balance, kind of an inside-outside, whereas Johnson Brock has 3, really capable, versatile scorers. We've got some size inside with Austin Meyer. Everybody kind of has their role and what their focus needs to be to lead to the team's success. With a terrific first half of basketball and a very close 26-21 game.
Looking inside for Gravatt. Long 3 on the way, just off. Good job gathering that in and keeping it in bounds by Carson Hurd. Quickly in transition. Dane Meyer. 3-pointer is off.
2 kind of quick possessions by both Johnson Brock and Howells-Dodge there, settled for maybe tough 3s.
Collinghouse with the feed down low to his brother, and Camden picks up the foul.
Yeah, a little better possession there, a little more penetration from Johnson Brock. Was able to kind of draw help. See that brother-to-brother tuplety there to get to the free throw line. They've played a lot of basketball. Managers since 2 years old with, they've been around.
That's right.
A lot of gyms, seen a lot of basketball, and played a lot of basketball.
"13 points for Dollinghouse, and he is 2 away from 1,500 in his career.
Yeah, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Really had his imprint on this state final.
Great defense there by Brody Kaler. It will stay with the Jaguars.
Howells-Dodge really needs to try to stay attached here. You want to keep a little game pressure on Johnson Brock. Try to it'd be nice to get a basket, a stop, and a basket going in at halftime, keeping around a 1-possession game.
Austin Meyer back in for Gravatt. And the turnover. Taken away by Hayden Gravatt. But good elevation. Did not finish. Kaler. Tom Chalk with it.
1 minute remaining.
Down low, Martin goes baseline, kicks it out. Meyer with the look. Meyer with the 3-pointer.
Howells-Dodge now 5 of 10 from the 3.
After being down by 7, they may have trailed by just 4 after that 3-pointer. Was blocked, but then rolls in, so Kaysen Dollinghouse with the bucket. Kaysen now with 8 points. And Howells-Dodge will hold for 1 with 10 seconds remaining before half. And they're not going to get a shot off. So the 2-time defending champs, Johnson Brock, they will head to the halftime locker room with a 6-point lead. Andy Kendi is with the head coach, Kevin Giannata.
Well, Coach, you said you had nothing to lose coming into this game. Did you like your team's attitude in the first half?
Yeah, we're playing hard right now. On the defensive end, I feel like we're playing great defense. They hit a couple shots at the end of the shot clock, give them credit. They're good shooters. I mean, we're doing all we can do at this point.
You're within 6, so what do you tell your kids?
Hey, we just got to keep the course, all right? It's a 6-point game right now. The first 2 minutes of the second half are going to set the pace for the second half. We just got to refresh and come out with a puncher's mentality.
Well, good luck in the second half. This is Kevin Giannata, head coach of Howells-Dodge. His team's trailing by 6 at halftime of the Class D1 state championship. Here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, halftime festivities straight ahead.
Constellation is a natural gas commodity supplier in the Choice Gas program, helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $400,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
These are Nebraska corn farmers. They work in acres, not hours. Over 9 million acres to be exact. Harvesting the energy and climate solutions the world needs. Year after year. Year after year. We are proud to stand with you.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Howells-Dodge trailing by 6 as we watch the dance team. Joined here by Jeff Johnson. He's the NSAA Associate Director. And Jeff is in charge of a lot of things, but one of the things he's in charge of is Unified Sports. Jeff, tell me a little bit about the Unified Sports program that the NSAA sponsors and why it's so important.
You know, I just want to start and give a shout out to Westside High School. Last night they had a unified dance team. That I believe that's the first time we've had that at a state tournament, so that was really neat to see those kids.
Yeah, I was going to say the Sparkles were awesome, and they got probably the loudest cheer ovation from any dance team this week.
They really did. We have a very diverse unified program. We do track, we do bowling. We also do some exhibitions in swimming and speech. And that program is growing all the time. We're really excited about the spring because in track, we're going to actually start a girls division. So in the past, it's been basically a co-ed division, and we noticed that we didn't get a lot of girls involved. So this year, we're going to start a girls division. So we'll have the boys doing their thing and the girls doing their things at the state track meet.
It's very cool for inclusion and giving kids opportunities, right?
Absolutely, and the joy that they have. And you see a lot of growth in their partners as well, because their partners get to build a relationship with their athletes, and that probably carries on well after the unified track sports program.
I want to pivot to another thing that you're in charge of, the Competitive Balance Committee. Tell the viewers at home, what is competitive balance and what issues do you deal with?
So last year our membership passed a proposal that created a competitive balance committee, and we had a group of athletic directors get together and start working on how to operationalize that proposal. And they've spent most of this year collecting data and going around to each conference and discussing things with the conference about how will this look and how will it play out. And that's going to kick off next fall as we do our 2-year football schedules. That will be the first time that we'll have schools that will appeal their classification to the committee, and the committee will make a decision on whether to allow them to opt down and participate in the state playoffs.
Do you get a lot of schools maybe talking about opting up or opting down, or what is the situation there?
We do get some schools that will opt down, and right now if they opt down, they're not eligible for the state playoffs. Mm-hmm. So this will allow them to be eligible for the state playoffs and give their kids a chance and some hope to possibly make it to state.
Well, that's great. That's Jeff Johnson. He's the NSAA Associate Director. We are here in Lincoln at the Class D1 state championship game as Johnson Brock looking for a three-peat. They're up 6 at the half.
Nebraska's pork industry includes over 1,100 pig farms, producing more than 7 million pigs annually, resulting in bacon, ribs, and chops on your dinner table. It's an industry supporting over 17,000 jobs, with $6 billion in economic activity. This message brought to you by Nebraska pig farmers through their Pork Checkoff. Learn more at powerofpork.com.
I'm Tiffany Johansson, and I'm a videographer editor here at Nebraska Public Media. I'm a native Nebraskan, and I've always lived in Nebraska. I love to cover the things and the people that make Nebraska great. The best part about working here is that my day is never the same. I could be traveling all the way out to Scottsbluff, or I can be sitting and editing. I'm also a drone videographer. One of my favorite things I've done recently is I got to film Chimney Rock. Thanks for supporting Nebraska Public Media.
World-renowned pianist Emanuel Ax kicks off our new series, Omaha Symphony in Concert. Ax plays Chopin's Grand Polonaise and joins the Omaha Symphony Orchestra for Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 25 and a selection from Brahms' Symphony No. 2. Watch Omaha Symphony in Concert with Emanuel Ax.
Thursday at 9 p.m. Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln for our first state championship of the day. At the half, the two-time defending state champs with a 6-point lead over Howells-Dodge. Let's take a look at how we got here and some of the players that made it happen early in the first half. And if we begin with Howells-Dodge, sharp shooting from Carson Hurd.
Yeah, Hurd's 3 of 3. Left-handed sniper. You see feet are set, really good ball movement. And then you see for Johnson Brock, Camden Dallinghouse, just a really good first half. Averages 17 on the season, already a 13. 2 of 4 from the 3. We mentioned it in the pregame, just a really good ability to draw fouls, 5 of 7 from the free throw line.
Andy Kendi is with Lucas Dallinghouse.
Well, Coach, you knew it wasn't going to be easy. They're giving you a fight. You're up 6. What are you most pleased with?
Well, defensively, I think we're playing pretty well, especially on their big guys. You know, they've had some kids step up and hit some threes that we haven't really seen all tournament. So kudos to them for stepping up and hitting some big shots.
What do you tell your kids here with 2 quarters left?
Well, we've got to attack more. We've got to get more movement on offense. They're doing a great job defensively of really stopping those drives and forcing us into shots that we're just settling for. So if we can get to the basket a little bit better, I like our chances.
Good luck in the second half. That's Lucas Dallinghouse, the head coach of Johnson Brock. His team trying to become the first Class D1 team to three-peat since Lord Central Catholic did it in 16, 17, and 18. We'll see if they can do it straight ahead.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is ready to help. A hydrostatic transmission assists its operation. Attachments are available for a variety of jobs. The Kubota BX Series. Demos are available through your local Kubota dealers. To learn more, KubotaNEsports.com.
Sudden cardiac arrest is the #1 cause of death in students involved in activities. 7,000 adolescents lose their life annually due to sudden cardiac arrest.
If defibrillation through an AED is administered within the first 3 minutes, survival rates increase to 74%. If an AED is used within the first minute, the survival rate rises to 90%.
For every minute that passes without defibrillation, survival rates decrease by 7 to 10%. Are you and your school prepared?
Jags with the lead. That's a baby Jaguar and a Jaguar. How about that? The 1 and 2 seeds battling here for the D1 championship. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half.
Yeah, both teams just really efficient, first half of basketball. Look at the 3-point field goals. Johnson Brock 5 of 13. Howells-Dodge was able to match that 5 of 10. Rebounding numbers are pretty equal, 11 and 10, which aren't on there, but then limited turnovers, and if you can take care of the basketball and shoot a high percentage, both teams will have a chance to win this D1 state championship.
Well, we took a look at 2 years ago, state championship earlier. Let's take a look at last year's state title game with Johnson Brock.
In an epic showdown, Johnson Brock capped off its first undefeated season with a 52-45 win over Ainsworth in the Class D1 championship. Despite a determined comeback by Ainsworth, led by Husker football recruit Carter Nelson, the Eagles held strong with Brody Kaler's 19 points. Johnson Brock would raise the D1 trophy for the second straight season and the third time in 6 years.
That's how they went back-to-back, and now trying to make it 3 in a row. That's a traffic cone, Andy.
That is. Got some hard hats, and
they're going to work
for the second half grind here.
Going to work. Well, good first half of action between Johnson Brock and Howells-Dodge. Only loss of the year for the Eagles of Johnson Brock came against Freeman. That's what snapped their 56-game winning streak. Howells-Dodge hasn't been back in this state championship since 2013. Well, they were here in 21. They lost it in 21. They haven't won it since 2013. There you see the history for the Jaguars. And head coach Kevin Janata.
Yeah, Howells-Dodge will need to keep their balance. If you look at the box score, Luther with 4, Andre Martin with 5, Dane Meyer with a 3. We've got Carson Hers. We did a little feature at halftime, 3 threes with 9 points. So it's important to continue to find different players with different baskets, keep that balance and versatility.
Good take right away, the drive by Hunter Luther, and Luther cuts into that lead. 4 points to open up second half play.
Yeah, really nice opening quarter set. Luther gets his third field goal on 3 attempts.
Collinghouse drives into the paint, tries down low, Luther with the turnover.
Great start by Howells-Dodge. Get a basket, get a stop, have a chance to cut this back to a one-possession game.
Howells-Dodge team finished first in the East Husker Conference Tournament.
Coach Janata mentioned it in the interview with Andy how important the first 2 minutes of the quarter would be, and his team said listen to that message and got up to a really quick start here.
Dane Meyer drives in and travels. One extra step after the jump stop.
A really good help side defense by Johnson Brock. Just not a lot of space available to Meyer on the drive.
Stepped on the line and a turnover for the Eagles. Last time the Jaguars won this, they knocked off Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family in the championship. That went into overtime. And since then, in 21, they've been back here twice. They were here in 22 and 23, but both times lost in the opening round. First time since they were runners-up in 21, they've been back here. Good block there by Kaler. Collinghouse three-pointer off the rim and a rebound to the Jaguars. Here's Dane Meyer. Tomchuk looks inside, bounce pass in, and the foul called. It's going to be on Kaler.
A really good post position there by Martin. Still want to play inside outside. Draw another foul.
Austin Meyer called for that foul. You see extra attention to Andre Martin inside.
Yeah, just, they're positive plays. It's already, 2 fouls. You're not much closer to getting into that bonus. Just the willingness to have players who want to go in there and be physical post. So Johnson Brock is playing a little 2-3 zone here, trying to give some help into the post.
Dane Meyer with the three-pointer. Right back into it. And a timeout taken by Dallinghouse. So the Jaguars out of the halftime locker room. They throw up 5 in a row and trail by just 1.
Life is full of milestones. Let Wayne State's graduate programs be your next big moment. Whether you work in education, criminal justice, business, public relations, human resources, information technology, or sports and recreation, our programs provide pathways to the next level in your career. Flexible and online, a Wayne State graduate degree helps you write that next big chapter in your life without having to put your life on hold.
Funding for NSAA High School Basketball Championships on Nebraska Public Media is provided in part by the Dr. Thomas and Dorothy Hallstrom Athletics Endowment.
Live streaming for the NSAA Championships are also available at the Nebraska Public Media website and on the free Nebraska Public Media app.
This is Nebraska Public Media.
Five straight out of the halftime locker room, and Jaguars right back into this. 30-29 here in the third.
Yeah, now Coach Dallinghouse is going to try to rely on that experience. He'll settle his team down with the timeout.
Big three.
Kaysen Dallinghouse, now Kaysen with 3 threes, 3 of 7, gets him in the double figures with 11.
Good move down low, couldn't finish. Rebound to Austin Meyer, and Austin Meyer draws the foul. Foul will be called on Andre Martin.
See a little paint touch there by Kaler. Was able to get the defense to collapse. Really good vision to find Kaysen Dallinghouse for that open 3. And really just settled Johnson Brock down. That was a big possession. They fouled that up with a stop. You have a chance to
the foul, and very aggressive on the offensive board.
There you see Austin Meyer was able to kind of make that lane line back cut. Hunter Luther was on the bench for a quick rest there, and that allowed Austin Meyer to use his size, get to the basket. You see Coach Janata comes back pretty quickly with Hunter Luther, gives him a little more size. Last possession, you see the athleticism of Brody Kaler, just really active, very aggressive on the backboard.
Rebound, Carson Hurd. Dane Meyer. Here's Tom Chop. Had him. Hunter Luther, according to the basket, just missed him.
Yeah, Luther was working hard to try to kind of use a side ball screen to get a switch where Luther posted. He kept working for an opportunity to score, just not able to execute. Howells-Dodge now up to 9 turnovers. It's 4 in the quarter.
No shot. Foul is going to be called on the Jaguars. Carson Hurd.
Yeah, good call.
Yep.
You need to take charges in the center of the chest anytime that you're not square on the outside of your body. It's going to be a block.
Dollinghouse drives in. Rebound, Tom Chop. And taken away by Kaler. Kaler with the steal.
The turnovers have really hurt Howells-Dodge in this corner, but there's still only a 4-point deficit.
It seems like every time the Eagles, get a little bit of a run, they've gone on a couple of 7-0 runs to take a lead, that the Jaguars have had a quick answer to at least keep it close. Down low feed. And the putback. Gravatt with the bucket. And a timeout will be taken by Kevin Janata, as Johnson Brock has opened up a 6-point lead. Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Teammates Mentoring Program, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy. And from viewers like you who donate to Nebraska Public Media. Thank you. Timeout taken by the Jaguars as Eagles have opened up a 6-point advantage. Here's a look at the effort last time by Gravatt.
Yeah, just stand with it. Really, Coach Janata's done a really good job. Both timeouts in the first half, they were able to come out and execute some type of a cross post action To start the third quarter, they come out with a really good post-to-post elbow ball screen. So this timeout, becomes really important to try to settle his team down, see if you can execute, find a basket, look for some type of a post touch to either Martin or Luther.
Ball still on the ground, scrambling for it. And finally gathered in by Dane Meyer, and he takes a quick timeout to preserve the possession.
Yeah, not the exact possession you wanted.
Nope.
You drew up a set. Credit Johnson Brock for creating a deflection, which created a loose ball scenario. Fortunately for Coach Donato, that's his fourth timeout. They'll have one left for the remainder of the game.
Well, you can get your seeds and your shovels ready because it's almost time for another season of Backyard Farmer on Nebraska Public Media. Kim Todd and the panel of extension experts are ready to help you find solutions for your lawn and garden needs. Season begins on Thursday, April 3rd, 7 p.m. right here on Nebraska Public Media.
Howells-Dodge try to get a little side ball screen. Johnson Brock is switching that, which will create some mismatch opportunities to post. Johnson Brock creates the turnover, is able to secure the ball before the shot clock.
1 minute remains here in this third. 38-32 lead. Johnson Brock looking to open up their largest lead of the game. Tipped around, and the foul is going to be called on Hayden Gravatt. The junior, who's also just returning from injury.
So the game was a 6-point game at halftime with Johnson Brock leading 30-24. Currently the game's 6. Howells-Dodge has a chance to win the quarter, which as a coach you're trying to do each quarter to give your team a chance to ultimately win the game.
Rebound back up strong by Tom Chalk. 2 opportunities in tight from Tom Chalk.
Yeah, 2 really good looks, just not able to get the ball to fall. It's going to give Johnson Brock now has a chance to win the quarter. Go up 8 or 9, which would give them a tremendous lift going into the fourth.
Shot clock is off. You see the time remaining here in the third. Dollinghouse with it. Up top, 5 seconds remain. Long 3 from Dollinghouse. Well off. Strong rebound, and Kaler puts it back to end the third. The rebound and putback by Brody Kaler gives Johnson Brock its largest lead of the game. They lead it as we head to the fourth. 40-32. Eagles on top.
Constellation is a natural gas commodity supplier in the Choice Gas program, helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $400,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
Coverage of the 2025 NSAA High School Basketball Championships on Nebraska Public Media. is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Teammates Mentoring Program, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy, and viewers like you who donate to Nebraska Public Media. Thank you. Here we head to the fourth.
And that was such a big finish for Johnson Brock. Kaler gets the putback to put him up 8, and now they get another offensive rebound to push the lead to 10. See Luther there finding the easy basket. Howells-Dodge to continue focus on getting some stops here. Johnson Brock wants some patience. Done such a terrific job of moving the basketball. Only committed 6 turnovers so far in the game.
Good take by Dollinghouse. And Camden Dollinghouse with the 2. Good block on the drive. And the take by Carson Hurd. Now the other way here for the Eagles. Inside Kaler, turnaround, in and out. Luther with the rebound. Tom Chalk will push it up. Well, just a really nice job by the Eagles on defense. Both of these teams have had some bunnies, just have not been able to convert. And there's one that Tom Chalk does convert.
He actually was able to get that into Luther for the basket. That gets Luther to 10 now. 4 points already in the fourth quarter. Also gets the deficit back to 8.
Off the back of the rim, long rebound into the hands of Austin Meyer. Eagles will reset.
And Meyer now with 8 rebounds. Really big offensive rebound there to give a full shot clock back to Johnson Brock. Able to
take it away in the steal. And turned right back over. Good feed to Kaler, who lays it in. What a nice dish there from Gravatt.
And second time in this game, Howells-Dodge was able to create a steal and a turnover, only to give it right back and then give up the basket. Just 2 unfortunate sequences there.
How many times have we seen the Jaguars try to go inside, and on the entry pass, it's being tipped around, stolen?
Yeah, really, it's probably the story of the game. Howells-Dodge only with 5 turnovers at halftime. Now they're up to 14.
Yep.
And that kind of give the margin to Johnson Brock, got them out in transition. You see the replay here on this turnover. Just not able to take care of it. And then it creates a 2-on-1. And there you see the athleticism of Brody Kaler. Really not forgotten. Kaler, obviously the Dollinghouse story with the Cannon and Kaysen and father of the coach, but Kaler's had a terrific junior season. 6'4" junior, averaging 16, 6 rebounds, in double figures in this game with 11.
That free throw by Camden Dollinghouse gives him 1,500 career points. What a career for Camden Dollinghouse, and more importantly, looking for 3 state championships.
Yeah, it's hard to get to 1,000 points, and you start to get into that 1,500 range. It takes unbelievable consistency.
High for the rebound goes Austin Meyer. 12-point advantage here for Johnson Brock. Open three-pointer. And Bohe knocks it down. And a timeout taken by the Jaguars, as it's now a 15-point Johnson Brock lead. And here in this fourth, they have opened it up. 7-0 run for the Eagles. And that three-pointer by Bohe gives Johnson Brock a 51-36 advantage.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the run is since Coach Dallinghouse took that timeout to kind of start the third quarter, but that really settled his team down. And then since then, they've been, just terrific offensively and defensively to open this 15-point lead.
Johnson Brock brought the lunch pails, and they are leading it right now by 15.
Normally, I would say a 15-point lead is safe, but we've seen some tremendous finishes here.
Boy, you're not kidding.
In 3 days in Lincoln. There's been some fantastic comeback and buzzer beater shots. So, Howells-Dodge just has to take this one possession at a time, starting with a basket here.
Foul called that time on the entry pass, getting it into Andre Martin, and he's fouled. Bohe picks up the foul.
Also credit Johnson Brock's defense. You look at, Carson Hurd gets 3 points, or excuse me, 3 threes in that first half. Unable to really find himself open here in the second half.
It's going to be the foul on Kaler.
Yeah, in the college box scores, you can see the amount of fouls drawn by players, and certainly Martin would have several of those. I think that's probably 6 or 7 fouls that Martin's activity and athleticism inside has been able to draw. Johnson Brock fouls. They just haven't been able to get into that bonus and take advantage of it.
Great take there by Meyer.
A good drive by Meyer. See a little his versatility. Had 2 of 4 from the 3. That's his first 2 now to get him to 8 points. I was alluding to that run, 21-7 run since that timeout. Just really, a veteran team. You don't win 2 or 3 straight titles without having, poise and some leadership, and certainly that timeout righted the ship, and Johnson Brock really settled into this game.
Luther back into the game. He'll come in for Andre Martin.
Well, Howells-Dodge, just needs to string some stops here together. Maybe has to come with some more pressure, maybe some full court pressure, try to generate a few more turnovers. So hard to pressure Johnson Brock just with their guard play. Able to space the floor.
And one. Dallinghouse with the drive.
Yeah, Howells-Dodge has been really close at rotating over and taking charges here. You see Luther anticipated the drive, just was not able to get set up. Kind of had to shift his shoulders in order to create that contact, which created the block and the opportunity for the three-point play for Camden Dallinghouse. Camden's up to 17. What's remarkable is he's got 17 points on only 8 shots, and the 4 of 8 from the floor, but just his ability to draw fouls, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Really fantastic game up to this point.
51 points in the state tournament for Camden Dallinghouse. He came into the state tournament not only 48 shy of 1,500, but 64 points shy of the all-time school record, which is held by Ty Hahn, 518 points.
And we had 14 in the semis and 18. That's 32. I don't know if I've seen his first round box score, but that
19 in the first.
19 first. So certainly he teased that record. I think it'll be hard to beat it. But Ty Hahn, terrific high school player.
Well, I'm kidding. Howells-Dodge jumps in as a full court press here.
Pretty close to
yeah.
turnover there.
2 coming up for Kaler. Foul called on Luther. That'll be his 3rd. Check it. That's his 5th foul. The wrong box there. So Hunter Luther fouls out. Kevin Janata chatting it over with Andre Martin before he comes back in.
Yeah, Luther really played hard, really competed inside. He's just a junior. He was in double figures at 10. Kaler makes the first. 12 points, 5 rebounds. Just that 3-headed monster between Camden Kaysen and Brody Kaler.
It's kind of been that way all year for Johnson Brock. They each average over 12 a game. Martin down low, off glass. Cannot get it to go. Rebound to Dallinghouse.
It's just really hard to press Johnson Brock. Well coached, play with poise and a purpose, and they'll use this spacing and drive by. There you see it. Have an off-balance layup for Case and Dallinghouse. Howells-Dodge was 5 of 10 in the first half from the 3, and now 8 of 15. So credit Johnson Brock, made some adjustments there, took some of those 3-point looks away from Howells-Dodge.
Martin draws the foul, so he will go to the line.
Yep. Still Martin's just being super active inside, competing. Martin did a good job of kind of using the little reverse spin counter, drawing the foul.
So 1:46 remaining. Lucas Dallinghouse will take a timeout. On top by 14. Well, Nebraska Public Media has been covering high school championships now for decades. And now you get a chance to see some of the best games again on Nebraska High School Classics. Each game features condensed gameplay, some new retrospective interviews that we're bringing your way. All about that championship matchup, and you can find them on nebraskapublicmedia.org or on our YouTube channel, Nebraska Public Media. Great partnership between the NSAA and Nebraska Public Media to take a look at some of the best ever. And more to come on our YouTube channel and on our website at nebraskapublicmedia.org.
Yeah, fun feature. Be exciting to look back at a few of those games. There's several that are still talked about.
It's fun to bring some of those athletes and coaches in for retrospectives. We talked to Tony Siski about his run, and we brought in Tristan Alfano to talk about the big field goal, and it's fun to get their perspective after the fact and bring that condensed version as well as some additional context your way. Great partnership with the NSAA and Nebraska Public Media. Foul down low.
You kind of mentioned it earlier. Howells-Dodge, really has a lot of these pieces coming back. Carson Hurd was really the only senior that has played a lot of minutes.
He hit those 3 threes early on. Hasn't had much of a look since then. Cherry picking down low is Bowie with the 2-pointer.
If you're Coach Giannotti, you got to be excited for your team to be able to advance to the finals.
How about that shot from Nathan Tomchak?
Second 3 now for Tomchak. Just shows you how well Johnson Brock has guarded him. He had to stop about 28 feet just to find space to get that off.
Drive by Darlinghouse, and he draws the foul.
And this is the dilemma that Johnson Brock puts on you. If you're going to pressure them, it just opens so much space and driving opportunities for their guards. Howells-Dodge had to kind of go to pressure to try to get back into this, and Johnson Brock's been able to really penetrate it, get fouled, create some easy scoring opportunities on the back end of the pressure.
Carson Hurd picked up that last foul. And Darlinghouse knocks down both ends.
So Johnson Brock averages 67 a game. You just see their ability to score. Howells-Dodge coming in only gave up 38. You just see Johnson Brock's ability to find baskets, high percent offense, takes care of the basketball.
Wholesale changes coming up for the Jaguars. And Coach Kevin Giannotti giving everyone an opportunity to get here to the championship game. Isaac Meyer, Ethan Prusha, Noah Sofall all into the game, as well as Briggs Ernst. And Cooper Kreckmeyer also in there. And the Eagles also making wholesale changes, as you see Cason Darlinghouse come off the floor for one final time in his high school career.
It's really rare territory. You see a lot of teams able to repeat. Certainly it's hard to win one. It's really hard to go back to back, but when you start getting into that 3 territory, there's just very few teams in the history of state boys that can do that. So just a credit to Johnson Brock's consistency, willingness to buy in.
Last foul on Gage Rasmussen from Johnson Brock, and the Eagles have gone on quite a run the last 3 years. 3 straight Pioneer Conference championships, 3 consecutive district championships. For the first time ever this year, they won the Medecus A Division title. That's we said first time in school history. (61-1) in their last 62 games.
You see Quentin Behrens with the offensive rebound. He's able to draw the foul and get to the free throw line for a chance for his first points.
It was just 7 games ago they had that 56-game winning streak broke. So 60, if they win here, 62-1. In the last 3 years, these seniors from Johnson Brock, 82-5, and 3 state championships. Remarkable run for Lucas Darlinghouse, his twins, and the rest of the Eagles. They will lose 4 seniors off of this team, including the Dallinghouse twins. Brody Kaler will be back. He's just a junior.
I got some new subs in the game. Justin Meyer in for Johnson Brock. Deacon Bernard. Isaac Meyer, Isaiah Kofel in for Howells-Dodge.
.2 remain. And this should be one final inbounds here for Johnson Brock. What a last 8 minutes for the Eagles, as they took a tight game and opened it up. And for the first time in school history, the Johnson Brock Eagles have won 3 straight state titles. Congratulations to the Eagles, to Coach Lucas Dallinghouse. Tenth overall trip for Coach Dallinghouse to state. And now 4 state titles. When we come back, medals and trophies to be handed out to both teams. We'll be right back here in Lincoln.
First Nebraska Bank has been serving local communities since 1879 with 11 full-service community banks across central and eastern Nebraska. At First Nebraska Bank, our commitment goes beyond transactions. We're not just bankers, we're members of your local community. Our team, your friends and neighbors, are dedicated to supporting your financial success. First Nebraska Bank, your kind of people, your kind of bank.
More than 80 communities across the state count on Nebraska Public Power District to power their every day. And like a dependable neighbor, we work tirelessly to make our communities a better place to live. From preparing them for economic growth, to partnering in local events, to educating tomorrow's workforce, we are charged with bringing the best of public power to our communities and energizing their tomorrows. NPPD, powering our state, empowering our communities.
.61-46 is the final. The Eagles of Johnson Brock are back-to-back state champs. And now we go to Drew Dinker for our awards presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nebraska School Activities Association is pleased to present medals and trophies to both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jennifer Schwartz and NSAA Board of Directors Robert Drews of Arapahoe and Thomas Lee of Omaha Westview. Here are the awards for the runner-up, Howells-Dodge Jaguars. Head coach Kevin Janata and his assistants will present the silver medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 2, Chase Luther. Number 4, Isaac Meyer. Number 10, Cooper Krankmeyer. Number 14, Ethan Prusha. Number 15, Noah Sofal. Number 23, Cole Byer. Number 24, Isaiah Sofal. Number 32, Cash Renz. Number 44, Briggs Ernest. Number 1, Dane Meyer. Number 3, Nathan Tomchak. Number 12, Carson Hurd. Number 20, Andre Martin. And number 22, Hunter Luther. And now for these outstanding athletes and their team, here is the 2025 NSAA Class D1 Boys State Basketball Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Howells-Dodge Jaguars. And now to the champions, the Johnson Brock Eagles. Head coach Lucas Dollinghouse and his assistants will present the gold medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 1, Justin Meyer. Number 2, Hayden Gravatt. Number 10, Tate Howley. Number 12, Quentin Behrens. Number 20, Grady Behrens. Number 25, Oliver Everett. Number 30, Deacon Burnett. Number 32, Robert Gravatt. Number 33, Gage Rasmussen. Number 4, Austin Meyer. Number 5, Camden Dollinghouse. Number 11, Brody Kaler. Number 13, Kason Dollinghouse. And number 15, Garrison Bowie. Coach Dollinghouse, we also have a special award for you. Presentation of the championship game ball from Farmers Mutual of Nebraska. Farm Underwriting Manager, Sarah Semrad. And now for these outstanding athletes and their team, here is the 2025 NSAA Class D1 Boys State Basketball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Johnson Brock Eagles.
Johnson Brock, they are your state champs. They win it all for the 3rd consecutive year. Eagles take home the trophy.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Imagine a future fueled by soy-based possibilities. A future where creativity and productivity live together under one roof. A future that takes you from point A to point B to point Z, all while ensuring brighter tomorrows for our next generation. A soy-based future? It's already here.
Did you know that the #1 reason officials quit is because of verbal abuse from parents and fans? We are losing officials, and we need everyone to respect the ref.
Judges help students to find their voice and become lifelong supporters of the arts. Without these individuals, NSAA activities would not be possible.
I cannot participate in the activities that I love without these officials and judges. So please, let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the judges judge.
Coverage of the 2025 NSAA High School Boys Basketball Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Teammates Mentoring Program, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, Constellation Energy, and of course, viewers like you who donate to Nebraska Public Media. Thank you. Another state championship for the Eagles of Johnson Brock as the Dollinghouse twins. Well, they're going to have a full set of that twine in their bedrooms as they win yet another state championship. Let's take a look at the final numbers. Let's go to Andy Kendi instead of numbers.
Thank you, Larry. Kevin Janata here, head coach of the Howells-Dodge Jaguars. You know, you guys cut it to 1 in the first 2 minutes of that third quarter. Very important. And then it's Johnson Brock called timeout, and then it became a different game, right?
Yeah, give Johnson Brock credit. I mean, after that timeout, we were feeling some momentum, and they just turned it on. They're a solid team. They're very fundamental, and they were really physical today, and we just didn't handle that well.
What do you say about your team, your journey? Obviously, it's not the way you wanted it to end, but how do you sum up this season?
I'm so proud of this group. You know, from last March, we were a little disappointed we didn't make it down here, and this group got in the gym, they got in the weight room. They basically do everything we ask them, and they worked hard, and it pushed me to be a better coach and work even harder for them. So, like I said, I couldn't be more proud of this group.
And you only lose one senior, correct?
Yep, only one senior.
Well, good luck. We could be seeing Howells-Dodge much more in the future as they fall just short of a state championship. They fall to Johnson & Brock. We'll hear from the Eagles straight ahead.
All right, thank you very much, Andy. Let's take a look at the final numbers here. And the win goes again to the Eagles of Johnson Brock, and really the points off turnovers and the turnovers in that second half, and specifically the fourth, ended up making the difference. Trophy raised once again for the Eagles of Johnson Brock. They win it all for the third consecutive year. We'll chat with the champs coming up next.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney, we bring the power of the herd. Among every court, field, stadium, and arena, you'll find strength, determination, and heart. United by our love of the game and commitment to the Loper spirit, we cheer for the blue and gold. We're more than athletes. We're leaders, scholars, and champions. When you run with the Lopers, that's when you'll feel the power of the herd. Learn more at unk.edu.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends, it's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Johnson Brock, your winner in Class D1 for the third straight year. They become the first three-peat in Division I since Lourdes Central Catholic did it back in 2016, 2017, and 2018. Bringing the head coach, Lucas Dollinghouse. Coach, I want to ask you about that key stretch in the third quarter. They cut it to 1, you call a timeout, and then your team rips off a 10-3 run to end the quarter. How important was that?
Well, the key was we wanted to stop their momentum. And so, if they cut it to 1 or if they tied it or took the lead, that timeout was going to happen just to stop whatever run they were on.
It's been so much pressure on this team, How has this year been different, this journey?
Well, it's been tough. I mean, it's been a challenging year at times, but, we're so blessed, just for what we've been able to do. I mean, this is unreal, really, for it to happen. But these kids worked really hard for this, and I'm just so proud of them.
What has this been like for you as a dad, going through these last 3 years? You're 82-5 over the last 3 years, and I think it's, 57-1 over the last 2. How rewarding has this been?
It's been great, but, these kids have worked really hard, and it's been a team effort, from the get-go. And, the kids, hopefully you saw that through the state tournament. We had different kids step up and all of that. And it's not just a team effort from the players, but also the coaches. And I got my assistant, come over here, Coach. My assistant has been here with me for the last 9 years, and I'm just so appreciative of everything that Ben's been able to do for us. And I definitely thank him for his years of service for our team.
Ben, what do you say?
Oh, it's been a great ride the last 9 years. We've been blessed with great kids, and we have more great kids coming up. The kids buy into everything. We had 30 kids out for basketball this year. Everybody wants to be a part of it. The culture's great, and I was just happy to be a part of it the last 9 years. It's been a fun ride.
Congratulations, fellas. We'll hear from some of those great kids coming up. Straight ahead, as the three-peat in Johnson Brock happens, we'll hear from one of the guys who predicted it last year. That's straight ahead.
Everyone deals with difficult times at some point in their lives. Some people may lose hope and turn to substances or alcohol as a way to cope with difficult emotions. You are not alone. There is a new number for help, 988. 988 is the 911 for times of crisis and mental health emergencies. Anyone who is in need of help, just call. Text or chat 988 for confidential support at no cost. There is hope. Just call 988.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is ready to help. A hydrostatic transmission assists its operation. Attachments are available for a variety of jobs. The Kubota BX Series. Demos are available through your local Kubota dealers. To learn more, KubotaNesports.com.
Johnson Brock, three-peat is complete. 61-46 over Howells-Dodge. Let's meet some of the players. Brody Kaler, he's a junior with 13 points, 5 rebounds. How does this one feel?
It feels amazing. I mean, all the pressure we had this year, and we just kind of battled it, and to have an outcome like this, it means a lot.
Is it different from last year?
A little bit, yeah. Just kind of for 3 in a row. I mean, back-to-back is cool, but 3 is even crazier.
How important was it to learn to live with a target on your back?
I mean, every game we know we're going to get every team's best shot, so we just kind of every game we have to have that mindset and just take it game by game.
What do you do to celebrate?
Probably get some food, and then who knows?
Yeah, who knows? All right, let's pass along the trophy. We're going to bring in Kaysen Dollinghouse. Had a really red-hot start, 14 points, 4 rebounds, a senior. Kaysen, congratulations. Well, what does this one feel like?
It feels even better, especially getting 3.
Why?
2 was amazing, but having 3 and doing it with some of my friends is even better.
Yeah, well, what is that like to not only your brother but your dad and all that stuff and your closest friends?
Oh, it's so much fun. I enjoy every practice, every game.
Is it almost bittersweet now that you're a senior and this is your last game going out on top?
It feels really good that I got to finish like this and can ask for a better way to end it.
Oh, awesome. Congratulations. Hand off the trophy. Bringing in your brother, Camden Dollinghouse, 20 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. And if people have a good memory, you remember this guy last year. I asked him about a three-peat, and I think you called your shot. And yet, winners back their shot up. Did you hear about your three-peat prediction last year, and how good is it to back it up?
I was hearing from everybody. I was hearing at the start of this tournament, too, from my parents and friends and teammates last year. It's funny, but promised it and delivered. So
yeah, how rewarding is it that you were able to deliver on that promise of a three-peat, the prediction?
It feels pretty good. Knowing that we got every team's best shot this year, it feels really special to go three-peat.
What was today like, knowing that this was your last high school game and to go out on top?
Feels amazing. I don't think there's no better way to go out, especially with a three-peat. Going out winning too. It's pretty amazing.
And I know it hasn't always been smooth sailing with the family dynamic, but what has that been like, this journey as a high school player?
It's different having your dad as a coach for your whole life, so it's pretty fun, though, having him there as your coach. You know what you're supposed to be doing the whole time. So
yeah, what do you want people to remember about these Johnson Brock teams? Because people years from now will look and say, oh, Johnson Brock won 3 in a row. What do you want them to remember?
The main people that we had, like coaching staff-wise, fans were amazing. the teammates that didn't really play much, but they still helped the team in every way possible they could.
Yeah, it's a team effort to get 3 in a row, and Johnson Brock has done just that. Johnson Brock, a three-peat. First team to three-peat in any division since Auburn did it with the great Binder group. Now the Darlinghouses joined that group. Larry?
I think it's important for people to donate for Nebraska Public Media to continue to deliver the same high quality content that we have, especially on the sports side. We know how popular sports are in the state, and we know how sports hungry Nebraskans are. So to be able to donate to Nebraska Public Media allows us to continue producing the same high level quality content that you've come to expect from us and that we hope to continue to provide for years to come.
There's a place in the middle of America where we stand up and stand out, bringing light that illuminates the best ideas and brings change. Understanding the heart of learning comes from the heartland. Nebraska Public Media is yours, a space and community for everyone. We tell stories and amplify voices so that all can be heard, all from a place that we call home. This is Nebraska Public Media.
Nebraska Pathbreakers, an NET series celebrating Nebraska women. Learn how successful businesswoman Alice Dittman moved up through the banking world. We follow 2 Nebraskans to Washington, D.C., and we visit artist Linda Garcia. Nebraska Pathbreakers, recognizing leaders and the impact they're making in our communities. Tuesday night at 7 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Coverage of the 2025 NSAA High School Boys Basketball Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Teammates Mentoring Program, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, Constellation Energy, and by viewers like you who donate to Nebraska Public Media. Thank you. So wrapping up that last state championship, Howells-Dodge gave it an effort there, but late it was Johnson Brock just too much, and especially as you mentioned after that timeout.
Yeah, they used a 21-14, fourth quarter run to really put the game away. But I thought the turnovers, they forced some turnovers, got into transition, and Howells-Dodge just really couldn't recover from that. But credit, they're a veteran team, and we knew that coming in, and I thought that experience really played out late in that game.
Hey, coming up, we have another state championship on the way. It's in Class C1, a battle between Ashland Greenwood, the Blue Jays, and the Mustangs of Omaha Concordia, who are making their first ever trip into these state championships. They've never won a state title, never been a runner-up. They have been third place a couple of times, including last year, and they're looking for their first ever state championship. Should be a good one coming up in Class C1. Ashland Greenwood taking on Omaha Concordia. Well, that'll do it for the Class D1 State Championship. When we come back, C1 is just ahead. For Andy Kendi, for Andy Markowski, I'm Larry Putney. For our entire Nebraska Public Media crew, thanks for joining us, and come on back. C1 is up next.